What's up, everybody? Welcome to Money Talks. Let a few people load in. Happy Mother's Day. What's up, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube? You know how we do it. We all here. Happy Mother's Day, cousin Angela. Love you. Just sitting here thinking about my mom and all the mothers that ain't here for us. But I want to celebrate the ones that's here. This is y'all day. So I hope you having a good day on Mother's Day. Hope you eat you a nice steak or something, fam bam. Much love. Just relax, kick your heels up. Hope your kids took care of you. Yeah, my mom been gone for a while, but it still hurt like it was yesterday. I still remember her blessings, her teachings. A lot of stuff that I do, a lot of my hustle, a lot of my drive come from her. You know what I mean? And that's that Woods blood, that Reckering Wood. Thus you get Ruck Wood. That's where you get Ruck Wood financial coaching. So just want to thank y'all, all y'all that's joining, and you got your mom here, man. Make it a special day, man. Make it, every day is Mother's Day. Every day you want to pick up the phone or whatever you can and just, see how they doing. So, I know y'all here. I know y'all here to talk about money, but we gotta start it off in the proper fashion. You know what I'm saying? I got some little stuff I want to talk to y'all about today. Subject gonna be more or less about student loan forgiveness and the student loans that we seem to have got ourselves into. It's just a mess right now. Those of you that got student loans, or you got it in forbearance, or you got, you don't know, it's up in the air, you don't know what the situation is. With that, we got to take care of that. It ain't going to go away. So you thinking, oh man, they'll get it when I die. Somebody going to accrue that debt. May it be your estate or, your kids. And, our whole goal is trying to save for our kids' college fund and try to help them out and get them a leg up and create that generational wealth to where they can, they can start on the right foot, man. I don't want them to try to be better than nobody or none of that, but I just want them to start off on the right foot, have a fair advantage and knowledge of the money that they get. Yeah, so happy Mother's Day, man. Thank y'all for sending me to the universe. What's up, Teddy? Appreciate you joining. Jules McKinn, appreciate you joining. What's up, family on Facebook, YouTube? We just out here. We're making it happen today. Every Sunday. Anybody want to jump on? Any questions? You got any questions about student loans or forgiveness, student loan forgiveness? I got some keys. Today I'm gonna give y'all some the different kind of student loan forgiveness plans and how maybe you could pursue that if that applies to you. I just want to say much love to everybody and. How you doing, Blackie? Joining on YouTube. I see you, man. Appreciate the love, man. Check it out. Kiera Johnson on YouTube. Appreciate y'all, man. Much love, man. So let's just jump into it, man, about student loans forgiveness. Now, with this new administration, they just released they released the what they call a hard new era on student loans. So what that is, they started to recoup their money. They wanted their money. They started debt collection on student loans. No matter how long, if your student loan is not in forbearance, you're going to start seeing some notices about their money. Now, I done had student loans for over 20 years. I managed to get myself in a forgiveness plan, and this would help me with my debt-free journey on this stuff that I'm doing, this teaching that I'm trying to show y'all. And a lot of this stuff that I talk about here is just general information. Like I said, if you want to start and get a coaching session, you want to have a session with Rockwood Financial, uh, we can start with your numbers and check out what you got going on, and then we can have a plan moving forward for you to reach your goals and create generational wealth, save for retirement, start investment, whatever you're trying to do. So that's part of the individual coaching session. This right here is just general knowledge that I'm giving to the people. This is just general knowledge because I want to see y'all win, and I do want y'all to get involved with the coaching, but I want y'all to see that I do understand what's going on and I do know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so back to the new era and what they trying to do with the student loan forgiveness. The Biden era came in and they was trying to help people pay off, and they was giving all kind of programs, which is some of the programs I'm gonna tell you about today. Now I don't know if the Trump era is gonna move forward with those programs. Like I said, with my stuff, I'm in the income driven program, which most of us qualify for if you low income. If not, there's other ways to get your student loan paid for, and or you can pay it off. I say the IRS and the student loan is one of the biggest things that you want to pay first. Well, the student loan, if it's emergency dire straight, you can wait on that. But IRS, I really don't care what's going on. You got to pay them off because they compound you daily. The compound interest we trying to take advantage of, the IRS really taking advantage of it. That's, I mean, it's like $35 a day or something. And, you know, if you don't pay that off and you wait and you try to fumble around with it, they can take you to jail for not paying your, for not filing your taxes. So you want to stay up on all your taxes and all your insurances and all your investment vehicles. You know, you have to sit down. That's what those budget meetings for. If you're married, that's what those budget meetings for every month. Y'all sit down and talk about everything and where it's at and what's projected for the next month. I got a great app for y'all to use if you want to start budgeting your money and, you know, getting your money in the right way. I got a great app for you to use so you can see your money on paper and you can see where everything is going and you can see your goals, and it's easier to obtain your goals when you can see your goals. But back to the student loan. So the average student, it says right here from the that I got from MSNBC, it says the average student loan debt now exceeds $16,000 per undergraduate and $28,000 per graduate student. So repaying these loans can be overwhelming. That's the cost of education. And we can that's a whole nother topic to talk about. Is the college degree worth it? And can I just come out and be a truck driver and make $100,000 a year and start my investments and go that route without even going to school and without paying all that money? And like I said, when I do advise you to go to school, it has to be an in-state school. Start with a community college, something that you can afford, something you can pay off while you working and all that. I appreciate y'all joining for Money Talks, man. I appreciate that, man. Eric Fitz, what's up, man? I appreciate you, man. Thank y'all for sending me to the universe. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's, you know, the student loan thing is a epidemic out here these days. I got caught up in it. You know, we was using a lot of that loans and that money. We didn't know. I mean, we signed the paper to pay it back, but we didn't know that it never was gonna go nowhere. And like I said, I was using the money to survive. I bought a car to make it to school. I was paying rent. You know what I mean? I was doing different things with the money to keep me afloat to try to finish my degree. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I went to school for music business, which is just another chapter of business. But I was two classes away from completing my degree. So I owe, and I still didn't finish my degree. I got a lot of knowledge. I did a lot of things. I met a lot of people. Did a lot of networking. But I owe. So, Sweetie Pie, appreciate you joining. Ala Maria, appreciate you joining. Max Smith, Chopper Jawway, Ichi Ni Etsy, the lighters. I appreciate y'all joining, man. Just stay afloat. I got some nuggets for y'all, man. I got some knowledge on how to get your student loan forgiveness going. So what we got today? So, you know, as y'all all know, as of this month, they started recollecting. So if you get a notice in your bank account that your checks has been garnished, or and some of these payments, man, is like $300-400 a month. So how you gonna pay that on top of your car loan, on top of your life insurance, on top of your gas bill, on top of your four walls, you know, on top of your trying to save for retirement? It's just overwhelming, man. Some people working themselves to death, man. I heard of some stories where people just sacrificing for their kids, and they just working themselves to death to the bone for their kids, and then the kids squander the money. I want to enjoy my money. I want to invest my money. I want to leave some money. I want to help some people, but I don't want to work myself to the bone for somebody else to squander it. So, with a budget, a non-restricted budget, you could do a little bit of both. But I tell you, when you start doing your budget, you're gonna be like, you know what? I could go on this trip, but I'd rather have this money go towards my retirement investment. Go towards my HSA, my IRA, or something like that that's creating compound interest. You know. So, those of y'all still with me, man. Appreciate y'all joining, man. We got like 15 minutes left. You know what I mean? You know, keep your head up. Anybody want to come on talk about? I'm finna give you the 5 keys right now. I mean, some of the pointers, or somewhere you can go, or if it applies to you, some help, some direction on your student loan forgiveness plan. I appreciate you joining, man. Y'all still joining in. Y'all still showing out. Appreciate that. That's much love, man. Money talks. Just gonna get better and better. Like I said, we're gonna start having guests. We're gonna start having more topics, more education, more things you could take. Hopefully, this would help y'all to want to come and try out a session. No obligation. Let's go over your numbers. Let's see if we can help you reach the goal you're trying to reach. See if coaching is a good fit for you. Most people don't know and realize that they need coaching. I'm not here to tell you really where to put your money. I'm trying to help you change your mentality around your money and let your money work for you. And we work with different people, some of my networking partners that can help you with your investment vehicles and opening up a Vanguard account or whatever account you're trying to start with. But it starts with the mentality and working with a coach and somebody holding you accountable for your money. All right, so y'all like, come on, man, get to the nuggets, man. How can you help? How can I help myself with this student loan pandemic and epidemic? So here goes some options. So some of the options, they have a lot, like I said, the Biden era administration put a lot of these options out there, and some of the options are still being battled in court with the Trump administration, and right now they're just collecting, and they put a pause on all the options. But these are some of the options that people are fighting for to get restarted and that are still in effect, because my loan is still in forbearance due to the income IDR program. So here go a few of them that I wrote down so you guys can go check it out, look into it if it applies to you, and hopefully you can work hard. And we're not trying to get out of nothing. We're just trying to get the forgiveness if it's there, if I qualify. If not, start your debt snowball, man. Pay off your debts. Put your student loan as a part of your debt snowball and get popping. I got over $80,000 in student loans. Right now, it's up for forgiveness. I negotiated that, due to my coaching status and due to my learning, my teaching. I went and renegotiated my plan, and right now it's sitting there. If any forgiveness programs come through or anything go down, I'm right there waiting. Okay, so one of the first loans is public service loan. So it's a public service forgiveness loan. So they also call these PSLF. So that's like if you was a public servant and you have all the documentation to show that you was a public servant and your loans is in default by over a certain amount of time, you can qualify for this loan. A lot of people actually, when they planning out their schooling and all that, they try to weigh that in the public service loan, but a lot of times it don't work out like they think it would, and then they find out the real parameters of that, and they find they shouldn't have took that job based on thinking that they were going to get their debts forgiven at the end when they end up having to repay these loans. D.A. Johnson, appreciate you joining, man. Much love. Happy Mother's Day. Treat y'all mothers right, man. Give them a nice steak, give them a nice hug, a nice kiss, sit down, conversate, reminisce. It's Mother's Day. That's what you do, man. Moms, rest in peace. Eva Jones. So here's another type of forgiveness that you can get. It's called the medical school loan forgiveness. So if you went to medical school and you can prove that you working and you working as a administrator or somebody in the medical field, there's options there for you to get your loan forgiven. So if you a nurse or you a doctor, or because they got the most debt. Them doctors, man, they go in there. I mean, it's a good profession. You start your own practice, you make a lot of money, but it's just if you don't use your degree, you're gonna be in a world of debt. And even with the degree, the doctors, the first thing they do is want to go out and buy a BMW instead of save up and pay off them loans and manage those loans right. So they just find themselves in an overwhelming amount of debt. It's the high income earners, like the doctors and stuff, that really need my coaching help. They need somebody to sit down, hold them accountable, really look at it from a level-headed point of view, know some of the tendencies and mentality of money habits, and give them a tip. And like I said, hold them accountable and be there and make their money. Give them some ideas on income investments and how to structure a path to paying off their debt and living free and taking advantage of all the income, great income that they make. And then they'll feel better. They'll be able to just help people without this big load on their shoulders. So if you're a doctor out there and you listening, man, shouts out. I feel the weight of all that debt, man. But like I said, the good thing is you got a big shovel. So you can dig yourself right out of that if you just change a little bit in your money habits. Nah, I ain't saying go down to nothing, but just a little tweak in your money habits, and you'll be able to see it, and it will lift some of that stress off of you. So some of the same things on the next one is like nursing school, medical debt. They have different loans. See, you got the medical school, and then you got nursing school. Some of these people that go to some of these trade school, nursing schools, and they got programs for them to help them pay that off. A lot of these people be single mothers with kids and, trying to get into the field. So they help them, paying off their debt will help them tremendously try to move forward. So Goddess, how you doing, Goddess? Appreciate you joining. So, when they did the millionaire study, when my mentors did the biggest millionaire study ever done, they found out that a lot of the millionaires had common jobs that people wouldn't think. It was just how they handled their money. And these people make less than doctors but they were some of the most common millionaires, and these are teachers. So teachers, just go on a steady pace, a steady income. They know how to save, they know how to manage their money, they know how to be frugal, and they know how to invest right. And somehow they seem up being some of the largest number of millionaires. So the teacher loan forgiveness is another good program. Those of you who's teachers out there and in student debt and just want to help people and you don't want to spend time worried about this debt, if you qualify and you truly has been seeing that you helping people, they do have a forgiveness plan for you guys right now, and they can put you in forbearance, and you can get started on a debt forgiveness for some of your loans. And here goes some other people that sacrificed for us, so we can do the things we do, so I can bring y'all some of this knowledge. I want to give a shouts out, to the military. Yeah, they also have military loan forgiveness too. So those of you that did a tour or serving currently in the military, you got your GI Bill going, you got a lot of stuff, or maybe you had some debt before you went to the military. They have some kind of programs for people that have served in the country. And I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for y'all service, giving me. Without your service, I wouldn't have the freedoms to do the things that I do here. So I always respect the military. Believe it or not, I had a family member in every war in the United States since the World War I. Somebody in my family that has been in all of those wars. So we're invested in that. And then I got other family members that have been in the war on the streets wars. That's still going on. That just as much PTSD certified as going overseas. But I just respect all of y'all. And if you are in the military and you got carrying some debt from student loan, go ahead and look into that, man. They got military loan forgivenesses, and they got a lot of things for vets and current people in the military to further their education and to pay off debt. They got some other kind of loans too. They got state-based loans. I don't know what state you in or where you guys watching from, but the state-based loan, some of, they got grants. The feds give the states grants to help forgiveness in their states. And, I don't know what state you in, but look into your local state and see what kind of loan forgiveness they got that make it help you knock some of that stress off your loan, like I said. They also have a loan called the Total and Permanent Disability Loan, otherwise known as the TPD discharge. That's TPD discharge. So if you got a disability, a known disability, and it's documented, you can go to, you can maybe get forgiveness on some of your loans, and they also will help you go to school and get some skills that be transferable to your disability if it's of the working nature. If not, and you had a disability during the time when you was getting your loan, then they have the TPD discharge, where maybe they can discharge some of your loans. It's probably not a forgiveness. It's the same as forgiveness, but they want to call it a discharge for different terminology. So they also have the closed school discharge. So if you went to some of these trade schools like I did back in the days, and they shut down on you and you wasn't able to use your certification, they wasn't accredited and all of that, and they just wanted to get your money. They taught you some skills that wasn't transferable. They just wanted to get your financial aid and get these loans. You can go to the Department of Education, and they can help you with some of these schools. They'll forgive some of those loans for some of these schools. And then last but not least is the income-driven loan. So the income-driven loan is based on your income, and what they do is they count 10 or 20% of your income. You know what I mean? They count the 10 or 20% of the loans balance to your income. It's to be determined once they look at your income and see what you get, and it helps you significantly to knock off or to make the payments. But the only thing about the income-driven repayment plan is it's just over a long period amount of time. But if you can't afford to make your payments, then it works for you. But my suggestion in the study that we teaching that you get in there and you knock these loans out and you pay it off within 18 months to 2 years. Start working on compound interest and investing in your house. Man, this time been moving. Appreciate y'all for checking me out. Anybody want to come on here while we got the last 5 minutes? Anybody want to come on here and talk about their money? Any questions? You can hit me in the inbox. You can catch me on all platforms, Rockwood Financial Coaching. You can join, like, subscribe. You can hit the website, and you can book a consultation from the website right there, interactive. Appreciate y'all joining. Much love, man. Y'all can send me topics. Hopefully y'all send me to the universe. Y'all like, y'all share, y'all subscribe. Y'all telling your people about this money talks, man. This is all free knowledge that I go and I want to pass on to y'all in hopes that you will understand that I can help you move forward on this journey with money. Yeah, man, this has been another successful session. Probably after this, I probably gotta go do some things. Gotta go actually wash and get some food. Get ready for my week, man. On this financial, I love to be able to start making money for the next week. You know what I mean? Start paying off my debt so I can take advantage of compound interest. Those of y'all got questions about your budget, leave them in my inbox. You can hit me, like I said, on all platforms, Twitter. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. My mom showed me a lot of love. My mom's meant a lot to me. I was raised by a single mother. She did the best she could to protect, and she was a great mom. And my grandma, my aunties, and all of them, man. All of the women in my family, I want to say Happy Mother's Day. And I wouldn't be here without y'all. Y'all molded me, y'all structured me to be the man I am, to know how to treat a woman, to be able to understand people. And that's the thing of a coach. You got to be able to listen, you got to be able to understand, you got to be able to show what actions or what steps need to be taken. So it's another week of Money Talks, man. And y'all being here supporting me. Thank you, bless you, shout out, much love.